Now, ensuring that the end-to-end construction of all structures at Expo 2020 is sustainable with a minimal carbon footprint is no easy feat at all. Luckily, we have organisations like Neutral Fuels to make it possible.
Yes, the UAE made biofuel was used in construction vehicles involved in Expo 2020's construction and development. They currently make biofuel from Expo 2020 waste to power a number of vehicles around the site each and every day. Well, we're delighted to be joined by the founder and CEO of Neutral Fuels, Karl Feilder, in the studio to tell us more. Karl, lovely to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Tired, but I've still got plenty of oomph left.
Oh, that's good to hear, Katie.
I think we're all about the same.
I think we're about the same level.
Karl, it's lovely to see you. I interviewed you years ago when you were first moving into this. Now, you've been partnering with Expo for 8-9 years now. Yeah. Tell us about the development, because you not only have you powered a lot of the construction vehicles here, but you're also involved in recycling a lot of the waste to be able to power other vehicles here. It's a fascinating process.
Well, that's right, Katie. It certainly gets me up in the morning and makes my kids proud of what we're doing. We were asked initially in 2013 how we could help make the sustainable project that is Expo even better. And so we suggested that they should use locally sourced waste to make into biofuel that we could then use for the construction. And we didn't just provide it for the construction vehicles, we also provided it for the on-site power that was here using generators. So before we had a grid connection, we were powering the offices, the project management offices. And then we were approached by Dalsco, who have the collection contract for the whole of Expo. And they said, well, how about you collect the cooking oil and then recycle it at our factory, which is 5 kilometres down the road, and we then put it back into the Dalsco vehicles for collecting the waste the same evening. And this is exactly the same closed loop process that we've been doing for McDonald's for the last 10 years. Last year we made it all paperless, so we now got apps that collect the oil, we track it all through a cloud service, and we manage all that data.
Now, over the years, it's become so popular, and of course, that now you don't even have to go and collect some of the waste. People are bringing the waste for you to kind of put into the vehicles on a regular basis, isn't that right?
Yes, the McDonald's trucks go out and they collect the waste for us. The Dalsco guys do the same thing, and I'm proud to say that in Abu Dhabi, we're now the only place where people can bring their waste cooking oil that's legally allowed for recycling.
One thing about sustainability is the fact is that it's a buzzword that we use here quite regularly, but people, and certainly younger people, can't see, I don't understand, we can explain it, but with your product and your company, people can understand it very quickly what sustainability is all about, right?
Well, it's really straightforward. I mean, we take waste that we locally source, we process it locally, and we turn it into a fuel that we use locally in school buses and trucks and all things throughout the UAE. And then we have a little bit of carbon footprint left over. I mean, we've reduced it as much as we can. We're hugely efficient, 94.8% last year, but we'd still end up with a little bit of carbon footprint, and we plant trees in our own forest in order to directly sequester that carbon.
I mean, you've got some huge clients. Obviously, we've got Expo, but also IKEA, there's Gems, McDonald's, Nestle, you mentioned as well. You've been called the Elon Musk of biodiesel. What's stopping us from moving this to mass market and having it be very common?
I think just adoption and education. People just need to understand that it's possible. We put our fuel into vehicles without any modifications. They get slightly better fuel consumption, and the engines last longer, which makes you wonder why our biggest customers are actually ADNOC and ENOC.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know that this is so important that even here in Dubai and in the region as well, that you fuel some 500 school buses as well, and of course you've even got your filling stations at their locations, is that right?
Yeah, we managed to get planning permission in the end to put 4 filling stations at different schools. We're filling nearly 500 school buses. So in the morning, after the school buses have dropped the kids at school, rather than going to the local filling station, the school buses just stay in the car park and they fill up there. And this saves them on round trip, it saves them time, and it saves them on a lot of money as well.
Incredible. It's a major impact. It's really exciting to see how this kind of technology at Expo can be used regionally around the world. Karl, thank you so much for coming in today. Lovely to see you. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Karl. What a great project that is, and good luck with the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.